Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Homeward Bound. Our party is pushing through. Where is this place? Hell?
As far as I can
What
tell,
monstrosity is this? Yeah.
Well, or do we know anything about the planes? Like, we don't, do we? So.
No, you guys. God, if Yaramir were here, he could tell you all sorts of things. That's an educated man.
We wouldn't be in this mess, probably. He would have walked against destroying the orb.
Who knows? It's too late now. Anyway, you continue walking, and Grimes, from your vantage point up on the hill, you can see that not above, but in front of the party down in the valley, there are what looks to be maybe like a lava field. Like, you can see all these small pockets of bubbling red light way in the distance, miles in the distance.
Down the canyon we're traveling, or?
Down the canyon, but you're up on the ridge, right?
A little bit.
Yeah, so you got the vantage point to see these bubbling pits of lava before you.
Are they in our path? Like, are we going to have to worry about them?
You will have to navigate them.
Okay. I'll climb back down and reunite with the party.
Okay.
Hey.
And say, there's looks like fields of lava ahead. What's up? Was that Zara? Did Zara say what's up?
Nick said hey, and I was just like,
right.
Never mind.
Okay. Pools of lava. Well, just keeps getting better and better down here. As long as it's not a full river or a lake, then I suppose we can get past it.
Might break up the monotony of this darkness.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have some light. Although, do you think it's just naturally occurring, or is it some sort of like demon city?
The lava or the darkness?
The lava, like, is that this big mountain thing up in the distance looks kind of similar to the one we saw before. There might be a settlement there. We keep going north.
Yep, follow this canyon.
All right. You follow the canyon. The party's stuck together. Ryan is still at what HP?
13, 14 HP.
You sure you don't want to stop for a bit?
Nah. It'll be fine.
All right.
To
be honest, the fights go the same whether or not I'm involved with them. So I can just stick back and shoot arrows or something.
That's true, but you being able to soak up some damages.
That's
useful.
Up ahead, you see this massive worm-like creature, maybe 80 feet long, 5 or 6 feet across in thickness, covered in these like massive plate-like scales that have the texture of rough-hewn limestone. The scales on it, these bony protrusions, are dark, but the creature itself like glows with an internal heat, as if if you like hold a light to your finger and look the other side, and you can see that orange glow coming through your hand. The creature looks like that, but the light must be internal, and it looks hot. It looks like some sort of fire worm. WYRM.
Is this in the canyon or?
In the canyon. It's sort of slithering between two of these large lava pools and headed for the wall on the east side, on your right side.
How far ahead of us is it then?
Oh, you can see this thing from like 1,000 feet.
Okay, so it's not like it's right. Does it look like maybe the same size as the lava holes? I guess. Well, does it kind of look like maybe it's the one causing the pools by burrowing into the lava?
The lava holes come in all different sizes. This creature could probably fit into most of them. There might be a few that are a little bit too small, but they might have like erupted and then cooled. It could theoretically fit into these things.
It doesn't look like we can fight it, so I think we should stop.
Is it slithering away from us or towards us?
Towards the wall.
Towards the wall. At a slight angle away from you.
So it's burrowing through the wall?
Yeah, you just see it slithering across the field, across the canyon.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't gotten anywhere yet.
Isn't the canyon narrow?
The canyon's not that narrow. It's maybe a quarter of a mile across, at least where you are right now. It's been getting more and more narrow.
How can we even see the edges?
You can't really. These are guesses, approximations.
Maybe I haven't been climbing as far as I thought. I thought we were like walking down a narrow canyon.
Oh, my mistake.
Yeah. That's fine. My mistake as well.
I think we should stop and see what it's doing there, right?
Yeah, so we'll pause and watch this fireworm.
Yeah.
It's not purple.
Slithers into what appears to be a cave on a fairly vertical side of the eastern edge of the canyon. And its light sort of vanishes as it goes into this cave.
Should we make a run for it now, Grimes, and try and get past it?
It's coming towards us?
Nope, it's gone into a cave.
I think we should. Oh, you mean get past it? Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go for it.
All right. So we
With higher HP, we may be able to take it down, but I don't know that there's any need.
Yeah, I don't think we need to risk fighting it. I mean, like, it looks like if you cut it open, it might spill lava out of its insides anyway, so...
Could you bring your mic closer to your face or something, Nick? You've gotten really quiet since the break.
Sorry, is that better?
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, I don't fancy the idea of fighting it, because, like, if you chop into it, it might just, like, bleed lava. Or something like that, so... I say let's just get past it if we can. So, thematically, can we pick up the pace a little bit, Neal?
Sure.
Yeah.
But these are big open lava fields, and due to the nature of the lava fields, you will be illuminated as you cross them. If the thing is in the cave and looking out, it will see you, for certain, unless you take some sort of precaution. So how are you going to get across the open lava field without being spotted by the big-ass fireworm?
Is there enough space that we could, like, find an area that's far away, you know, the least illuminated path? Or is it all fairly illuminated?
Let me bring you to a map that sort of represents how the lava field looks, and you can make your own judgments from there.
So can we see much better here?
Much better,
like,
yeah. You can pick your way across, no problem. And
Okay.
it does give you a better view and shape of the canyon. I guess where the lava fields are, you can see the width of the canyon, and it's probably like 600 feet or so.
So where did it go into the wall?
Somewhere on the west, or east side. This is not this canyon section is only like 140 feet across right here. So imagine this, but much, much larger, and it would have gone into, you know, something over here. But this is the nature of the lava fields, where there's, 20 feet between things, maybe 13 feet, sometimes 30 feet.
I kind of feel like it went in face first, so it's probably not looking out of the cave, like it's probably going somewhere else.
And just walk across it.
I think we should just stick to the left-hand side, try and hug the left-hand wall, and I don't know, depending on how the lighting is working in this situation, like, does it help to be, like, here, you know, like, right by the lip of the lava? It seems like it's raised a little bit. Like,
It is raised a little bit, yeah.
we could avoid the light slightly if we, you know, crouched and ran from lip to lip.
Or use them as cover.
Yeah.
Well, everybody else can crouch. Poor William, your ankles don't bend. You have to, you can't squat anymore. You've lost squatting ability, because that takes a bend in your ankle.
I could crawl, I suppose.
Yeah.
Crawl. Drag your stone feet.
I think the dogs are the bigger issue.
They know to be quiet though now, and they're probably low down enough that.
But we've got a whole pack of them. Maybe this is a good spot to rest and heal in case we have to fight.
But it could come back. We probably are going to have to fight, but I feel like.
Where would it come back to? If we passed where it burrowed into a wall or something?
You
We
guys
just
have
crossed the
stopped.
field, right?
You're still stopped 1,000 feet out
over
from
here
it.
or something.
Yeah. I'm not trying to throw you into the middle of danger right now.
I think let's find a vantage point to sit down, rest, and
Watch it. Okay.
watch the lava fields and see if the worm like crosses back and forth or.
Is there any other caves that it might be coming out of?
There could be. The sides look like they have caves, or maybe it's just like tricks of the light and other things jutting out and blocking areas of the wall. But if there's like lava holes in at least one cave, your intuition tells you there's probably lots of caves. Are they connected? Are they unconnected? God, who knows?
So we're 1,000 feet back. There's no lava pits where we are. We're not in the lava field yet.
Right.
So if we assume that this thing chills out in the lava area, maybe we're okay here if we rest here. If Grimes wants to rest, I think we should rest. I think we should try and keep an eye on it, try and work out what it's.
I don't think I framed it. I think this seems like a good spot to sit and watch and see what this worm is doing here.
Yeah, we've got light and I see things.
And I don't think we're in a state to be stealthily sneaking across the lava fields.
No. Are we in shadow here?
You can find a shadowy place.
All right.
If you go to the far left side of the canyon, you can find some like nice little ridge that sticks out that you can mostly hide behind, but leave one person looking out past. You can get some good cover here.
Yeah. Hand me the bag of holding.
Yeah.
And I start pulling out scrag cloaks that we can hide behind. I still have 4.5 pounds of those. I don't know how many cloaks to the pound.
I think they're quite light. They're maybe 4 to the pound.
Yeah. So I think I've just got a bunch of them. We can hide under. Cool. I think the dogs are our limiting factor. Like, good luck getting a dog to hide under a cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have established the dogs know to be quiet, though, don't we? Haven't we?
In and as much as dogs can be quiet, these aren't like, guide dogs for the blind level of obedience going on here.
They're a troop of sled dogs, basically.
Sled dogs not known for quiet.
No.
Yeah, but they've learned some fear, I think.
Certainly. Yeah. But if you're expecting them to be... think of them as like toddlers. They can understand the sense of danger, but that doesn't mean that they're always going to behave appropriately.
We literally have 5 toddlers.
Yes.
Yeah. We gotta do what we've gotta do. Excuse me. So I think we can rest here in the shadows and hope that it gets in.
You guys rest. And Grimes, you're the wounded one, so you sit down and close your eyes and sort of drift off into not quite a sleep, but sort of a daze as your wounds begin to knit themselves over.
And I keep watch.
Yeah, you keep watch. Maybe 6 HP later for Grimes. William, you see something coming across the lava fields. You see a group of warriors, thongs, and hydras led by a taskmaster coming down the lava fields in your direction.
Are they on the left hand? Like, are they on our side of the...
No, they're coming right down the middle.
So, hopefully they'd walk past us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think we... does it look like, how many are we looking at here? Could we fight them? Are the warriors armored?
The warriors have shields, no armor. The taskmaster has armor and a shield. The thongs and the hydras are just as they are. And when they get about to the area of the lava worm, it bursts out of the side, opens its maw, and unleashes a breath weapon of fire. That was a terrible fire effect. I'm so sorry.
They're pretty good.
We can do better. Maybe not. All right, we can't do any better. It unleashes a... Ooh, do we have a breath weapon? Spirit breath, low breath, creature breath, soup breath. Oh, God.
Soup breath?
Suit. Like space suit. It's terrible. Why is there no dragon breathing sound?
I think that would be like D&D sound 101.
Would be a dragon breathing, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's not here. It opens its maw and unleashes a jet of flame across these creatures. The thongs evaporate instantly. The hydras have... Oh, the hydras melt away as well. The warriors and the taskmaster, you can see, brace themselves, putting their shields in front of them. They come away badly singed and immediately begin to fall back and retreat. The worm chases down one or two of them and just sort of like lands on them with its body and then snacks on one, unslithers back and eats the one that it landed on while the remaining warriors and Taskmaster flee to the north.
Oh, shit.
And then, having consumed its meals, the fireworm slithers its way back into its cave. All of this probably took 5 or 6 minutes to transpire. And the whole while, the lava worm, the fireworm, were sort of glowing with that, giving off light in maybe a 60-foot radius.
Did it, okay, got some questions. Did it come out of the same place I saw it go in?
About, yeah.
How long is it, and was the range of its breath weapon? Like, if we were on the other side of the canyon.
Its breath weapon was like 90 feet long.
So, and it itself was about 90 feet long.
Yeah.
Okay. How quick did it look like? Did it look like it could slither out across the canyon and breath weapon us in one round if it saw us?
It looks like maybe speed 12, speed 18, something like that.
How far can you move it around?
Your movement rate in tens of yards if you walk quickly. If you jog, you can double. If you make strength checks, you can triple.
So it could probably move like 300 feet and then use its breath weapon pretty easily.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what to do. I think we just keep resting. Oh.
All right. You guys rest?
Did no demons survive the attack?
Some of them did.
And they
The
fled?
Taskmaster and the other warriors, some of the warriors fled.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys rest.
Do we ever see or does William ever see the worm move or emerge again? Or does it just stay in its hidey hole?
6 HP later for Grimes. You do see the worm emerge from the hidey hole. It goes over to one of the lava pits, kind of circles around it, and then dips its tail in the lava pit and curls up, almost like it's napping around one of these open sores in the ground.
Okay. Can it have eyes? Does it have a face? Like, can I see if it's asleep?
It had a maw.
It has a maw. It has a face. It probably has eyes, but you are 1,000 feet off, and these details are not going to be great for you. Maybe if you got a little bit closer, you could see more information about it.
Well, I'm not doing that. But maybe, because if it is sleeping, then now might be the time to sneak past. But, also, maybe not. You've still got a lot of HP to heal, right, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm at like half. I need 20 something more, almost 30 HP.
Let's just keep waiting.
Okay.
Does Zara toss in any healing this time, or are we just...
Nope, she's waiting for now. And you catch her from time to time in prayer, communing with Madrigal, who still shines above you. I guess you wait until Grimes reaches full HP.
How long does it sleep for? Does it sleep the whole time?
Yeah, it hasn't moved. Wait, hold on. You're at 26 out of 53 right now?
Correct.
So that would be another 25, 6, 7... No, it'll move again. Maybe when Grimes is at like 50 HP-ish, the lava worm uncircles the crater it's around and slides across the lava fields to the east side, where it presumably crawls into another cave.
Alright, I tell Grimes that some demons turned up and it vaporized them.
I assume I woke up to watch that, right?
Yeah, probably.
Sounded like a lot of commotion.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what you think is the best thing to do here. I kind of am tempted to try and find a way up the canyon, but it's too high for me to climb. So, we kind of either go back, which doesn't really seem to be an option, or we try and sneak past. We could wait for it to go back to sleep in one of its little lava pits. I don't know if you think that would be a more opportune time.
Or wait for another round of demons to come and distract it.
It was over quick though, wasn't it? I mean, I'm up for waiting a little bit longer. Either wait for it to go back to sleep, or if, wait for more demons and then try and use them as cover.
We'll see. Am I at full HP?
You're at full HP now.
So we've been waiting here for like a couple days. I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah. Is the rest of the party bored? Are the Knoll pups restless? Are they like playing games? Do they not care?
Give me a charisma check for how much you can empathize with these creatures, Ryan.
Not well. They're strange foreign creatures. I'm also like resting, recuperating. I don't think I noticed. I think I was putting on my strong face and urging us to keep moving until we saw the lava worm, and then now it's like as much rest as I can get, I'll take. Mm-hmm. So if the party's not bothering me, I think I ignore them and catch as much sleep as I can. And
that's sort of how it goes. Everything is kind of quiet. That you do bother to check in on the dogs is an interesting thing, because you look around and you get a head count of 7 dogs. After you wake up. You're missing a dog.
Nimrod. Where'd Dasher go? You're supposed to be watching the dogs. I bark in Kobold.
Me?
Yeah, you, Nimrod.
I fell asleep.
Have you been canoodling with McGirt again? You're supposed to be watching the dogs. What's his girlfriend's name?
He visibly shrinks before you, before flaring up again and being like, "You can't tell me what to do." He's sort of barking in your face and bearing fangs towards you a little bit.
What the fuck, Nimrod? I come over and shouts at him in a language he doesn't understand.
He quickly retreats back to his normal self and whimpers and like tries to sink into the 2 dogs that he was sleeping on and like fall below them. And
Nimrod, where's Dasher?
I don't know.
I stand up and look around. Maybe I'll climb if there's any elevated surface to look on. If we appear to be isolated, maybe we've gotten comfortable here. We haven't seen much sign of demons. It seems like we've been resting here for a while without disturbance.
Mm-hmm.
Have we been really quiet or not paying much attention to that?
You guys have been fairly quiet. I think everyone's tired of this place, at least. Tired of walking. You can always use the rest. Yeah. So you sort of move endlessly, and you've been here so long. It feels really easy to kind of just close your eyes and pass days by.
I'll try and find a vantage point and probably shout for the dog if I feel like we're not surrounded by demons.
Yeah, you feel like you're not surrounded by demons.
Here, dog. Here, boy.
There's no reply. There's no return. The dog does not show up.
I don't have a tracking proficiency or anything, but I will look around for sign of passage, sign of dog prints leaving the area.
No, the rock here there's no sand or dirt to it. It's just rocky surfaces. There's no way you can track anything.
Party members, do any of the other dogs, or including the kobolds and the gnolls, have blood on their snouts?
Yeah.
Who?
3 of the dogs.
The dogs?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I think I missed that. What was said?
Get over here, Donner. We never should have named you Donner.
Donner kind of comes on over, and sure enough,
I crouched down, and
his fur is sort of reddish instead of the white gray that it used to be, right around the mouth area.
I grab him like by the mouth or whatever and inspect the fur. There, like perhaps he gets aggressive, blood. or does he let me grab him by the jowls and inspect?
He lets you grab him, but the dog is making eye contact with you. It's not like looking away or anything. It's sort of intently staring at you with a little bit too much intelligence behind the eyes.
Gods. I inspect and I don't know. I pull down at the lip and look at his teeth or whatever. But and then I think I pull out my gem of true seeing. See if anything changed.
Yeah, that like little bits of bloody fur sort of on through the gem of true seeing look like tendrils or some sort of like physical fleshy bits coming off of him, like two little tails kind of coming off of his neck and down and then hanging with little barbed spikes at the bottom.
Oh god.
Gods. Do any of the other dogs have it, or is it just the few that participated, or is the whole pack of 7?
No, those
like
looks like 3 of them that have enjoyed.
So they've killed the other dog. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, Grimes walks over to William. Is like, William, I think we have a problem.
What is it?
Dasher's missing. I think some of the other dogs ate him, and I'll.
This place is changing them.
Mm-hmm.
Nimrod as well. He's never acted like that.
No, I'll point out that are all the dogs transforming, but those 3 are transforming the worst, or
they're all in different stages. Those are the most advanced.
All right, I'll point out those 3 are have it the worst.
I'll go and talk to them.
God, talk to them.
I've still got a commando of the dogs a little bit. Sorry, Ryan, go on.
I was just gonna say I keep an extra eye on those 3. Keep them in check, even if they turn on each other. Make sure that they obey you.
I try and get those 3 specifically to follow me.
Sure.
And I want to walk away a little bit back south.
Great. Can I get a perception check from both of you? All right, coolio.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
We're preoccupied with the problem at hand.
So
I want to take them south, these 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I have them sit, if they will.
They do, and they watch you with, like, some level of understanding that there's something going on, and they're keeping their eyes on you. And they're
Like
sitting
which-
quietly, like, surprisingly well behaved. Their tails are not wagging. They don't really have that, like, dopey, happy dog face on. They've got a very serious sort of what's happening right now look.
I'm trying to, like, I don't know how I would do it, but, like, discern whether they're still loyal or not. To me, or as to whether they're just... Do you know what I mean? Like, so I try and get them to, like, roll on their back and, like, let me put my, like, hands on their necks. Or I go to, like, stroke them and then, like, yeah, like, because dogs don't like other dogs going near their necks, but obviously, like, if you're their owner, they won't mind. So I want to see, like, if they're guarded at that kind of thing.
They'll let you pet them, but they're not really engaging with you. Rather than, like, rolling over and letting you pet them and sort of wagging their tails and being happy about it, it's more like, a service dog who is being pet while they're on duty, and they're trying to, it's just what's happening around them.
Yeah.
There's an emotional disconnect between you and them. But they don't bite at you. They don't seem threatened by you.
These are the 3 that... Oh, fuck. Maybe I should just kill them. They've killed the other dog, so clearly not... I don't know what to do. I'm going to leave it for now. I bring them back, and I say to Grimes,
Go on.
Okay.
I was gonna say while William is away, I was gonna go and talk to Zara and fill her in.
Okay,
Say,
cool.
I think some of the dogs have turned to cannibalism. Dasher's missing, and 3 of them have blood on their snouts.
She quickly goes over and pulls the Knoll pups away from the other dogs.
Keep a close eye on the pups. I don't know which side of this they'll be on, the food or the feasters, but
Pups have grown quite a bit now. They might have started off as little puppies, but by this point in time, they are juvenile gnolls. We haven't really spent too much time talking about them, but whereas once maybe they would have come up to halfway up your shin, now they're past your knee, partway up your thigh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're able to sort of walk on their own, but it's still faster to ride dogs.
Are they able to speak?
No, they're not yet verbal. They're still infants.
Yipping and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Which dogs do they ride? Does it matter? Are they riding? There's 5 of them.
Right.
I guess there were 3 that turned. Okay, so yeah.
So there were 5 pups on 5 of the dogs, 2 kobolds on 2 of the dogs, and 1 dog did not have a mount.
And that was that the dog that disappeared?
Irrelevant. I think it's irrelevant. I think they sort of switched between various dogs on different parts of the journey.
All right. And I think by now William comes back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, so I come back and I'll say there's definitely some change there, but I think that they're still loyal, at least to me. When we march, I think that maybe you should go in the front and then Zara and the pups, and I'll hang at the back with the dogs. You know, I thought about killing them, but maybe they'll turn into something useful here.
I think the change is inevitable. You just have to make sure that they stay loyal to you.
If we use them to fight, maybe the strongest ones survive. Maybe they'll turn into something worth having.
Yeah. Make sure they're your demons.
Yeah. Alright, so I will now spend more time with the dogs when we're walking, like, I don't know, like if they bark or something like that, like I'll quiet them. You know, make sure that it's obvious that I'm commanding them.
Okay. You stand amongst the pack.
You have an animal handling proficiency, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Perfect.
So we'll just need to rekindle that. Neal, did you get rid of blind fighting as proficiency?
I don't know. Is it not in the...
I'm not seeing it on your list. Was that intentional, or...
If it's not on the list, it's intentional, but I don't remember my reasons for doing it.
I mean, it is sort of an outlier. It's a non-weapon proficiency. It's like the only non-weapon proficiency that has combat benefits.
I might have moved it to just a weapon proficiency or something.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't see it here.
In any case.
Well, we've been playing fast and loose with rules. Yeah. It's a standard proficiency.
When I level up.
Okay. Well, time to go across the lava plains.
I think so. Should we wait until we see demons as a distraction? We haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I think we should either wait for demons or wait for the worm to come back to like rest in the lava pit. I think if we just try and walk past, if it sees us, we're just going to get vaporized like the...
Is it in the lava pit now?
No, it's gone back into its cave.
Okay.
So yeah, I think if we just... I mean, we might end up waiting another like 10 to 20 hours, but I think it's probably worth it if it means we don't have to fight it.
Well, you pass a bunch of time waiting and still no sign from the creature.
What do you think, Grimes?
We can give it a little time. We've been waiting here a while. Might as well wait a few more hours. However you can tell time, but
we could send
if it doesn't move soon,
distract it.
Are we trying to lose more dogs? Maybe I should sneak out.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember. I think in light of all of this demonic transformation, I think Grimes is going to wrap one of the scrag cloaks around his face to as a reminder to not eat anything here. So I don't want to like bind my mouth so I can't talk, but I'm gonna like cover my mouth with like a wrap of fabric.
Excellent.
Like I said, as a reminder to not put anything from here inside of me if I can help it. And then I look to the hole in my belly that's stitched back up and start having paranoid thoughts about demons getting in through all the wounds.
Maybe they're already inside you.
I pull out the Gem of True Seeing and double check that I'm not growing tentacles like the rest of them.
You're not. You're still fine. You don't notice anything odd about you. That mole's always been there, right?
It's fine.
It's just a freckle. It's fine.
I start wrapping the scrag cloaks around every spare bit of skin or any potential entry point.
Mm-hmm.
As the wounds come, I'll start taking extra precaution to keep them sealed.
Okay.
Should Grimes sneak out scout out this?
You could try it, like,
as a group.
If you go and can sneak through without it coming out, then that implies that as long as we stay hidden, it won't attack us. So I don't think it's a terrible idea. And if it does come for you, maybe you can climb up the cliff to get away from it or something. Like, I don't know.
Run. Yeah, I'll pull a scrag cloak over my shoulders, over my head.
Mm-hmm.
Crouch down and sneak out across the lava plain.
All right. I'm going to ask you to make me a hide check. You've already got the scrag cloak on, which gives you all these other crazy benefits, but we'll still make the rolls here because you never know what can happen. For cover, it is pretty abundant.
I rolled a natural 14. Just about most of my thief skills are 21, so I'm basically at the point where I'm just trying not to roll a natural 1.
Yeah, I think so. Because there is abundant cover of pretty decent quality, and you've got time to prepare for it. Well, you have to reaction it. So you'd get a +8 on your check there, which brings it to 38. Plus the scrag cloak going on and everything.
30, you mean 43?
Oh, did I misread?
Yeah, you were looking at the 19 or something. I rolled a 14 plus 21 plus 8.
35. Okay, on this other window over here, text is a bit smaller. It looks like just a 30. Yeah. So you roll a 43, and nothing sees you. Everyone loses sight of you as you sneak between and around these craters, keeping low to the ground. William has eyes on you from the beginning, but you quickly vanish to him, and you make your way successfully across the lava fields without anything knowing that you're here, ever.
I think what I'm gonna do is look at the worm. So I think I'll go to the end, flank the entrance to its cave.
Mm-hmm. From the other side or from the same side that William's on?
Whatever's safer.
I think the other side is you cross its path and then you just come over to the wall and come down.
Yeah, and I will peek in around the cave, shrouded in my cloak.
You can see the back of the cave has another little lava pit in it, and the fireworm is in the cave, but it is cooled. It is no longer shedding light. You can only see it because of these other lava pits near the cave that are giving off, that are shedding light on the worm. It just looks like a long black line right now, almost like a cooled lava itself. And now is a good time to talk about the heat. The heat of this area is intense. The rest of this place has been kind of whatever, maybe cold, but you've had your dragon scale armor to keep you warm, but this place is sweltering.
How does that interact with our dragon scale armor? Does it amplify the heat, or does the armor act as like a thermal regulator?
Dragon scale armor keeps the temperature from getting too cold, but it has no effect on higher temperatures. So in your situation, I think it's just extra insulation, it's hotter.
Super uncomfortable. And
yeah.
Sweating in my armor.
Mm-hmm.
Fine, I leave it on. I think in the heat of the moment, I don't really give this much mind.
All right.
And I will. You can go ahead. I've been away for a while.
Yeah, once Grimes gets past, right, and the worm doesn't attack him, I then.
You don't know. You have no idea when he gets past. You lose sight of him very early.
Sure, but it's been a few minutes, and the worm hasn't come up. So.
It's probably, how big is the field? It's probably been 10 minutes, 20 minutes.
I mean, it's 1,000 feet across, 800 feet across, something like that. So you wait 10, 15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then?
I pat Zara on the shoulder. I point to her and the pups, and then I point forward, right, it's your turn. I'll wait. I'm gonna go with the dogs after them. But their turn now.
She kneels down next to the pups and chatters at them in Nolish for a little while. They probably don't really understand, but she's trying to teach them to talk. And gets low and starts crawling across the ground, clearly like cutting her legs open from time to time on the sharp rocks, but those wounds will heal. And the pups do the same. They follow her low.
Yeah.
And you lose sight of them as well.
All right.
But the worm doesn't appear, and half an hour or so passes.
All right. I then point to Nimrod and his girlfriend and tell them it's their turn. Unless they
look at each other, and then they look at you, and they look at each other, and they look at the dogs.
What's scarier, Demon Lord William or the lava worm?
And Nimrod kind of comes up and stands next to one of your stone legs and just kind of hugs it.
All right, fine. They can come with me. I shake my leg to get them off.
Okay.
I turn around. I crouch down to the dogs. I have them all sit, and then I probably have like a hand symbol or something that I say to them. To tell them to keep quiet, because it's clearly something that will have been done a lot throughout the lifetime of these dogs. So I do that as stern as possible, and then I start doing what Zara did and crawling across.
All right. Give me an animal handling check. You're gonna have to be basically prone, because your feet are stuck at a 90-degree angle, and you'll have to just like drag your legs behind you. But you got 18-100 strength. You can do it.
Yeah. Okay, I use my animal handling. I don't know if you want to give me a bonus because of my past relationship with these dogs. I get 27.
Beautiful. All right, you all make your way across the lava pits. So Grimes, while these guys are doing this stuff, you don't really see them, but you are peering in that cave, and you see the dog. Not the dog. The worm is there in the cave, but cool.
I'll pull out my gem of true seeing and glance through that just to see if there's any difference.
At the worm? No. It looks all the same here.
I wonder if it's magical. Do my anti-magic gloves do any damage?
Are you wearing the anti-magical gloves?
No. They're in like a pocket or something. My bag. No. I watched the worm for a few minutes. Does it seem like it's resting?
It seems pretty inactive. It seems like it is just part of the features of the terrain.
Yeah. Continuing to sneak, I either circle around or climb up and over the cave entrance, whatever seems like a better way to avoid sight. So if there's a hill that I could run to and around and avoid sight, I'll go that way. Otherwise, I'm just going to climb up the cave. I think
for anybody other than Grimes, going around would be the safer, faster choice. But for you, climbing up and around it, right over that entrance, is easily going to be the right way.
Bother rolling a climbing check?
I just roll a d20 and see if you roll a 1 or not.
Yeah, 26 is my climbing skill. I roll a 2. But if it's not an auto fail, that's still like a 28.
Yeah.
Plus or minus any modifiers. I don't know what it is. It's a close thing, but
you can make it over without too much problem then.
And then I think I start heading back to the party and maybe bump into Zara on the way back or something. Or I don't know what happens, or if the worm notices them, or because I wasn't expecting them necessarily to cross after me.
Right.
I was kind of just like crossing to get a lay of the land. What's the other side of the lava field like?
The lava field just sort of extends and keeps going. It doesn't end.
That's enough information, and then I scouted out the worm, and then I think I'm going to head back and bring intel to the party, and now the party's
gone. Yeah.
Well, they're not gone.
You'll probably run into William, actually, just as he's about to set off, I think. Because he sent Zara ahead, and they waited there, so... Yeah. I think you'll run into William as he's about to leave with the dogs.
Where's Zara?
I sent her across. I thought if you made it safely...
Grimes' eyes go wide with terror, and I look back over my shoulder to the sandworm cave. And then I think I break off in a run towards Zara and the pups.
What? No, don't run.
And then I pause. I guess I pause and look back at William.
Crouch, Grimes. Look, come on, we can make it across. Grimes, Zara's probably already over there.
Over where? The lava fields just go on, as far as I can see. I crouch down, I guess, is William doing his little like army crawl thing. So it's like hours. The worm is sleeping, hibernating. It's solidified. It's not lava anymore, more like rock.
Interesting. I don't think we can kill it though, can we? Maybe we just take this opportunity to go. There might be more of these things then. If there's...
I think you can kill anything. It's the survival of the dogs that I worry about.
I've not met anything I can't kill yet, I suppose. I think we should just keep going, Grimes. I mean, if there's more of this lava fields ahead, then maybe we've got to do this multiple times, but... Those demons that came here, they must have... Right? If there was other worms, they would have had to have gone past them.
Alright, well I will cover William and... It's William, the dogs, and the kobolds, right? This party is not going to sneak past anything. But I will cover them. I'll probably go a couple dozen feet ahead and be stealthing and scouting out ahead of them and covering them. Probably crossbow at the ready.
We do our best to stay low and be quiet, Neal.
Okay. Well...
Did Zara make it across then? I've given her enough time. Right?
Yeah. You guys all make it across. Despite the unlikeliness of everyone crossing without making a sound. And the dogs, there's a bit of a yip when one dog steps on a spike and hurts its paw, and you hush it really quickly. And there's, another little yip when one of the kobolds isn't paying attention to where they're going and almost falls in a lava pit. But you grab the kobold and pull it back to safety. And yet the fireworm doesn't notice.
Okay.
And is that because we were especially stealthy, or does it seem like it was hibernating? Or sleeping, or whatever?
Like it rolled a 2 on its perception check? Like a natural 2? Like it just wasn't noticing? Maybe it passed out? Maybe it's in a dormant state? Maybe the sound didn't travel far enough? Maybe it's bad at hearing? I'm not entirely sure, but it failed its perception check terribly.
Oh. Let's not look a gift horse in the mouth, and we should just keep going. Right? Let's not tempt fate here.
Yeah, we passed the cave. Are we able to find the gnolls?
You do catch up with the gnolls. There seems to be one easy, obvious route across the lava paths, at least from where you started, where there's a bit of a lowland, and you find the gnolls still in that lowland.
All right, good job,
We
everybody.
reunite with the gnolls and continue crossing the lava fields north.
I give Zara a nod and give her a half hug and a pat on the back.
Mm-hmm. Good job done.
Yeah, and then I think we carry on going.
Right.
I think Grimes should lead, just in case there's more lava worms. You're the least likely to get spotted. You might be able to point one out to us before.
Sure. Yeah.
Rather than
I'll
to kill us.
Yeah. Also, I'll stay 50, 100 feet in front of the party.
Okay.
Scouting things out. Yeah.
The lava fields continue and continue. Those mountains up on the right side get a little bit closer. You've been sort of walking towards in their general direction. You've been walking alongside the mountain range, and now those peaks are getting closer to your right-hand side. You must have been walking for days now, maybe even weeks. But the lava fields before you get brighter. The holes get larger, and then they start connecting between each other, and you find yourself in and amongst this... Well, you're all well illuminated now. You can see the way. There's bright lights everywhere, and the occasional bubbling and bursting of lava. And before you looks like the field gets more intense. Like you're gonna have to start picking your way carefully between bits of dry ground, because I guess lava's technically wet.
Is Metrical getting any closer? Can we tell?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask Zara. Is this the way? This hardly feels more hopeful.
She will pause and drop to a knee.
I suppose compared to Caledonia, this heat should be a blessing.
She
Give
comes,
anything for just a temperate beach somewhere.
She comes back up from her knee and goes, this is the long way, but this is the right way.
Sometimes the long way is the safe way. She says we're on track, I say to William.
But what if this just gets worse and there's no path?
Have hope.
I nod at that. Seems reasonable. Well, since you were talking about the cold, I guess I'll say I never thought.
I think that was all in common. Yeah.
I never thought that I'd miss Caledonians, blizzards.
It is sweltering.
I think you're just forgetting.
Yeah, maybe.
But I don't know. With demons about, I think I'd prefer to be huddled in a tent, fearing for scrags.
Scrags. It's hard to remember even our time in Caledonia, never mind our life back home.
I don't think I'll ever forget that time.
Caledonia or home?
I meant Caledonia. Home seems a lifetime ago.
I've been trying to remember my family. I'm not sure I can
Grimes sort of cringes at this.
remember my children's faces.
Oh, right. You have children.
I'm not sure when it happened, but I just can't picture it anymore.
I'm sure they're safer than us.
I hope so.
They're lucky to have you.
Yeah, I'm not sure about
All of humanity is.
that. I appreciate that, Grimes, but I'm not sure what good we've done here.
Keeping the demons at bay so that Arcadia can stay safe.
Well, did we ever know about the demon invasion? God forbid any of these things find their way back home.
I don't think we did. That was while
Yeah.
was that while we were
That was while you were
in
away.
Caledonia. Yeah, we have no idea.
All you guys know is that something happened in Eridon and it was free for the pickings. And... All right, why don't we take our second break right here, and when we come back, we will play with lava. See you guys on the
Yeah.
other side.